Our KPRC2 Investigates team has spent a lot of time studying and reporting on a true public safety issue in our city, street racing. And then right along with it, you have those parking lot takeovers.
Yeah, and there are new laws on the books, a new law on the books that's designed to help law enforcement by seizing vehicles. But we wanted to know how often that's actually happening. So this morning, KPRC2 investigator Joel Eisenbaum gives you the answer.
It sometimes happens in the middle of the city, sometimes happens in the middle of the day. This scene, shared widely on Instagram, was on Washington Avenue, and that spectator right there just got hit by an out-of-control car with an unskilled daredevil behind the wheel. That bystander survived the encounter with street racing, but plenty of others don't, including children.
Lifeline came, they took my daughter to Memorial Hermann. My son, they took to Texas Children, but both didn't make it.
And Houston isn't alone.
Many pedestrians were out at these locations, and even a couple were hit during these reckless encounters.
This is a national issue, one that agencies are responding to as fast and furious as these cars can go. They're doing it through new ordinances. Law enforcement agencies are now able to seize those cars. Louisville, Kentucky passed their ordinance in October 2022. They've collected now more than 50 cars. Chicago does the same. And while they couldn't provide us a total, local headlines suggest they mean business too. And to be fair, Texas passed a similar law that went into effect on September 1st. But is it getting used?
The new law that kicked in recently, we haven't had to seize any vehicles because since then they've pretty much left our precinct.
Precinct 2's constable, who we've seen solve these sorts of problems, is like every other Harris County constable we checked with. In the 2.5 months since the new street racing seizure law went into effect, they haven't used it. HPD's Chief Finner reports they have, though, 19 times in less than 3 months. And in Fort Bend County, the sheriff says, keep in mind there's a law enforcement learning curve with any new law.
It takes time. Law enforcement, we're not robots. We're like everyone else. We have to read and learn and how to utilize that law the right way.
We've also learned from Harris County that the DA uses an older organized crime provision to try to curb street racing. And some parents are permanently losing their cars because of what their kids are doing. Quote, "My son made a really dumb decision that I wasn't even aware of," one dad wrote the judge.
Our asset forfeiture division, represented here today by our prosecutors and their chief, Angela Beavers, have seized more than 200 cars.
In fact, that number is now closer to 300, with 73 more vehicles entering the DA's forfeiture process in just the last year. And while it may not be a perfect fix, it's another way for police and parents to have some peace of mind.
And what I'd like to let the parents know, because what we found out when we were writing citations and we towed a few vehicles, the parents don't know what their kids are doing.
Of course I'm sitting on a truck tailgate. By the way, Harris County DA's office filed last year more than 1,000 cases related to street racing and reckless driving. In Southwest Houston, Joel Eisenbaum, KPRC 2 News.
All right, our Investigates team will continue to track this street takeover issue and whether these new laws are actually making a difference.